This is Footy Feed. Here's what's making news this Tuesday. We start with Adelaide, and in his 6th season at the helm, coach Matthew Nicks is embracing the pressure in what is a crunch year for him and the Crows. Our reporter Cal Toomey was in South Australia yesterday and spoke to Nicks one-on-one. Cal, how are they going to play it?
It's going to be fascinating, isn't it, Nat? Because they're one of the hype teams heading into 2025. There's no doubt about that. Recruited really well last year and in previous years too. So we all think they're ready to take the next step. Internally, they aren't letting the noise distract them and the hype distract them. Speaking to Matthew Nicks yesterday, that was the message, that we know the path we're on. It's all about round one against St Kilda. But until then, we won't be focusing on the bigger picture. So they've learnt from last year, he said, when they went into the season with some really promising and high hopes, but started the season 0-4. So they're taking a different route and focusing and keeping a really narrow focus on the start of this year and going step by step. But it is going to be a crunch year for the footy club and also Matthew Nicks himself. And he acknowledged that he has to embrace the pressure of heading into his 6th season without a finals appearance as yet. So the watch will be on to see if they can get there.
So the big question is, Cal, do you think they're ready to return to finals?
Yeah, I do. I think that step has been done. This has been one of the most aggressive and long-haul rebuilds that we've seen in recent times, but they've recruited strongly. Last year they bring in Alex Neil-Bullen, Isaac Cumming and James Peatling, all ready to go for an immediate impact. Sid Draper, the top 5 pick as well, will be ready to go early in the season. And in previous years, we've seen some electric talent come into the footy club. So they'll be hoping to get a better run with injury. Riley Philthorpe and Wayne Miller obviously had their setbacks about this time last year, but they're fit and healthy. And I think they are ready to get back into the finals and taste September action once again.
Thanks, Cal. We'll watch this space, and you can read Cal Toomey's story online now. Well, from one club with high hopes to another, and Hawthorn coach Sam Mitchell insists his side won't be weighed down by expectation in season 2025, telling Footy Feed his playing group is hungry to taste more finals action. A stunning resurgence in the second half of 2024 propelled the Hawks into September, surprising many in the football world following an 0-5 start to the year. But if there is any external pressure on the Hawks right now, Mitchell insists he's not feeling it.
Expectation is a funny thing because people want to talk about it this year when, I think it would be hypocritical to start thinking about the expectation of others now. If we were worried about the expectation of others before, they all thought we were going to be wooden spoon or bottom 4 or these things, and we didn't listen to them then. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to listen to them now when they're saying potentially the opposite.
So while the team is shutting out the external noise, internally there is a hunger for more September action that's driving the Hawks in 2025.
We had a bit of a taste of finals footy, and we want more of that. The players have been really focused on driving each other's expectation and driving their own expectations of what they see as behaviours that we want or don't want.
The Hawks face Sydney in opening round at the SCG. Bad news for Tigers fans. Number 1 draft pick Sam Lawler is set for surgery on a fractured jaw after a heavy collision yesterday during Richmond's match simulation against West Coast. Lawler also suffered a concussion. The Tigers remain hopeful their prize draftee will be available for their round 1 clash against Carlton. Cam Guthrie's horror injury run has continued, with the Geelong midfielder to miss the start of the season after undergoing surgery on his Achilles. The 32-year-old has played just 10 games since the Cats' 2022 flag. Out-of-contract Gold Coast star Matt Rowell has given his biggest indication yet that he will re-sign with the Suns. The midfielder was asked on Triple M Gold Coast this morning if he would be at the Suns in 2026, Rowell replying with a simple yes. Meantime, Rowell has told Footy Feed he believes the Suns will finally make finals in 2025.
Second year under Dimmer, so I think we'll be more confident and have that base. Obviously, each year a bit older, the players, and I feel like the group's in a really good spot, and I'm really excited for the year ahead.
To the west now, and the Dogs may have been dealt several injuries during the pre-season, but midfielder Ed Richards has faith that their list is still strong enough for round 1.
I think we've recruited well. We've obviously got Matty Kennedy that's come in from Carlton, he's been a great addition, very contested, great tackler. A couple of our younger players as well stood up over this sort of last little block. So Riley Sanders has been great, Riley Garcia as well. So I think we've got more than enough depth to cover those names.
The Dogs face North Melbourne in their first game of the season. And that's the news for this Tuesday. Have a great night.